So what is the answer with them staying together? If Dan Orlovsky, consultant, could be hired by Seattle. But what is the offensive mix here? Because you've got it. To me, DK Metcalf has the ability to wind up number one in the entire NFL. Like we just saw that leap forward. And Lockett is phenomenal. And they do have a running game that they wisely employ, from time to time. What is the answer to let Russ cook? I mean, what do we got here, Dan? Because I don't think this is going to be a divorce. I just don't. I don't feel it.
Yeah. So it starts with Seth Walder, their new offensive coordinator. Shane Waldron, excuse me. So I was with Shane Waldron 3 years ago in LA when he was really our tight ends coach with the Rams. And you could see very much so observant, really paying attention to Sean and Matt LaFleur and those conversations and whatnot. So it starts with him. What's his philosophy? What's his belief with how to take Russell to the next step, so to speak, when it comes to taking less hits, being less on the run. And then I think it's looking at all of Russell's plays and going, okay, the 80% of the plays that we have, Russell, that you play within the structure of the offense, and the structure of the offense sometimes gets dumbed down for people. Just because we say structure of the offense doesn't mean it's dink and dunk. Doesn't mean it's this boring elementary passing game. It just means within the structure of everybody tied together. Hey, this is a shot play where we're going to roll you out and set you up in between the middle of the field and the hash 14 yards deep, and we're going to try to push the ball 60 yards downfield. If it's not there, you're going to find 2 to 3 to a check down or an outlet. That it's still within structure of play. So 80% of those plays, Russell, do we believe that we can play top 3 positional football and do that? Yes. All right, so then let's look at the other 20%. Why do they happen? Is it because our offensive line is terrible and we're asking them too much in their pass protection schemes? Are you bad at communicating at the line of scrimmage? Do you try to do too much? Is it situational football when it's a one score? All those things get tied into trying to figure out, because, Rich, it really comes down to 3 to 5 plays a game. 3 to 5 plays a game where if you go, you get rid of that ball a second sooner, or we got to build in a hot route for you a little bit more, or you know what, our center can't do this. We got to stop asking him to do that. That is all entailing of trying to figure out how to get him happier, quote unquote, on the football field.
And I think we boiled it down to the crux of the matter, Dan. It seems like those 3 to 5 plays is where Russ and Pete have a difference of opinion on what to do in those 3 to 5 plays, right? And and if those 3 to 5 plays that are a difference of opinion, and Russ does what he wants to do and turns the ball over, that's when Pete's like, screw it. That's it. I mean, we're going to tap out here on all that business, and we're going to get back to basics, and we're going to try and win football games that way. That's it.
The last thing I would throw into that, Rich, is this: that is not just an offensive identity. You can't do like I said this about when Cam went to New England this past year with Josh McDaniels. Yes, you want to do those things as an offense, and that might help you play better or more efficient or error-free on offense, but does it play winning football? Like winning football is connected to what your defense is. Sometimes your defense isn't good enough, so you can't do that as a quarterback. Like, I do believe Russell got to a point last year. I said this on NFL Live many times. Russell sits there and goes, I got to score 35 a game. I'm not just trying to play good. I have to play to win. And unless you have the complementary aspect of the football team, that philosophy on offense doesn't mean it's going to equal wins. That's the real kind of reaching point or whatever that those two have to kind of get to an agreement on.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.